What is up, everybody? Gonna be a little bit of a late one tonight. A little late Sunday night action. Hey, Bob. How goes it? I don't know if I explained to everybody why I posted the break today when I did, but as everybody knows, we're Ohio State women's basketball season ticket holders, and their first game was today, and so pretty much anytime they have a game, which they'll have several on Sundays this winter, but pretty much anytime they have a game, you'll know that you'll see the break being posted a little bit later than usual. But otherwise, if there's no game, and I don't have anything, then we'll probably stick to our normal Sunday times of, like, between 1 and 2, somewhere in there, mid-afternoon. I find, actually, during football season, I find 2:30 to be, like, kind of perfect, because you catch that's almost halftime for a lot of the first games at 1 o'clock. So, 2:30 is, like, perfect for posting breaks on Sunday for me. But anyways, so we're going to get ready to get going here. I know it's late, and we're going to be here for a little bit. There's a lot to open here because we got 20 mega boxes to bust open. So this is, it's not going to be a wham bam, thank you ma'am, quickie. So I'll understand if everybody can't make it all night. I get it. Let me show you all the boxes. I got them all stacked up. 6 by 6 by 6 in the back, and then 2 stragglers here in the front row. So we are stacked and packed here. I literally just opened the case a minute ago because I wanted to get them out and stacked up in some kind of order so that we could get things kind of rolling here. So let me start with our owner list first. This will be the easy way to do this. So here's our owner's list first. Missing payments from a couple of people on here. Missing JJ, Chris Bonnet, and James Ward. I've sent those guys messages. So those are the only 3 that we're missing from the list. And then here's our duck race lineup. And we're looking for the top 4 in the duck race. We got 1 through 32 in the spots, so you got 1 in 8 odds, basically. And even though the 4th place is only 1 spot, it's the unlisted spot. So there's going to be a bunch of drivers in that, for sure. So let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this show on the road here. Find 32. Let me point you guys down so you can see a little better. We'll shuffle them. And then good luck to everybody. We're looking for top 4. Top 4 is where you want to be. Trump duck. Hey, according to Trump, we're all going to get some money. Sounds like we can go card shopping soon. We'll see. I don't know. You know how that all works. I don't know. All right, first place. This does not happen very often. First place, duck number 1, Joey Kroger. Second place, duck 15, Joey Kroger. Third place, duck 17, Jacob Hartwig. You thought I was going to say Joey Kroger, didn't you? And fourth place, duck 19, Joey Kroger. Wow. Joey with almost a clean sweep. Number 1, 15, and 19, all Joey Kroger spots. Jacob Hartwig was the lone outlaw in this bunch, getting the third place group. So, well done, Joey. Joey played the odds wheel and won tonight, so good for you. I'll show you guys the 1, 15, 17, 19. Figured I'd show it to you one more time. 1, 15, 17, 19. Well done, well done. All right, so I am going to get this rolling. Here is the Ryan Blaney custom for our last week's winner at Phoenix. I probably won't do this again next year for the race winners, but I might come up with something different to do. So I'll work on that. But I still have a whole set of these. Remember, I gave one away each week. I got a whole complete set that we're going to give away to somebody or do some kind of, I don't know, like a mini raffle or something. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something, though. So somebody will get the whole set, which will be pretty neat, I think. So, like I was saying, the one thing I wanted to mention before I get started that I'm going to do a little different tonight to save some time. As we get rolling here, any of the colored parallels, so like the orange, ice, silvers, I'm going to stack all those off to the side, and I've got a box here ready. Got one of these nice boxes here ready for it. And I'm going to stack these off to the side instead of sleeving them all. And I will put them in this box carefully. And then when we're done with the break, I will go back and I'll go through all of them and penny sleeve all the parallels. If it's a numbered card that's supposed to be in a top loader, I'm going to go ahead and do that right away. And I am going to open a whole box at a time. So we'll take all the packs out. 10 packs per box, 4 cards per pack. I think they should have reversed that. It should have gave us 4 packs with 10 cards. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, empty box. The Grinch because of the green gloves? Not exactly. It's just what color Harbor Freight decided to sell this time. All right. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. I'm not going to do anything with base as far as calling things out either. So, silver, Alex Bowman. Cracked ice, orange, Andres Perez. Again, if you're wondering why I'm not penny sleeving them, I'm going to do all those at the end. We got a Connor Zilic, black and white. That's nice. Going to Will Blackman. 61 out of 149. Connor Zilic. Got Austin Hill. Jeff Gordon on the silver. First hit's going to be Christopher Bell, selective swatches. C. Bell's going to go to JJ. Joey Kroger and Jacob Hartwig won the Ducks. Lane Riggs. Only 2 people won Ducks, basically. Silver Lawless Allen. And we're going to go gold right off the bat. Dale Jarrett, gold. 6 out of 10. Dale Jarrett, gold. Trackside ice. 6 of 10 to start things off. Well, that does not suck at all. Dale Jarrett is an unlisted driver. And that's going to go to Joey. Right off the bat. And we got Mark Martin selective swatches 2-color sheet metal. That's going to go to Will Black. Spencer Boyd, orange ice. Silver, Bill Elliott. Connor Mozak, orange ice. How about another gold? Numbers, Kevin Harvick, gold ice, 8 out of 10. Kevin Harvick going to Ronnie. Second gold ice of the box. Let's do this. Two golds in the first box. That'll work. That'll work. Getting ready to open this box, so put our mascot back there and start building the golden wall, maybe. Silver, Kaz Gralla. Orange ice, Kyle Petty. And orange ice, Sammy Smith. I can tell you the packs don't want to cooperate. Other than that, we're golden. Mike, you don't want to know. Uh-oh. Let me open, just before I continue on with that box, I know I need more thick top loads. Let me open these real quick. I know I'm going to need them, so. It's kind of one of those why wait, right? All right, here we go. Trackside Gregson. Orange Ice Terry Labonte. We got a red and Fuego Ice Carson Quapple. That's kind of tough looking. Carson Quapple is going to go to Garrett Burkett. 32 of 49. Oh, for the Ducks. Oh, yeah, Mike doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know how that went. Silver Carson Hocevar. Orange Ice Brennan Queen. Silver Ross Chastain. And Ice Carl Edwards. And we got Michael McDowell. 2-color sheet metal for McDowell. It's going to go to Cameron Guth. Cameron Guth. This is Cameron's first break, so welcome to the group, Cameron. What's up, Todd? Corey Day on the ice. Silver, Jake Garcia. Jamie McMurray, ice. And then we're going to go Ryan Vargas. Selective Swatches tire. That'll go to Joey in the unlisted spot. Matt Mills, ice. Austin Beers, silver. Oh, that's the black and white Raja. Going to William Herron. $101 of 149. William Herron. Nice hit. Bubba. Silver, Denny. And Terry Labonte. The orange ice. How was the Buckeyes game? The Buckeyes game was really good. They won by, I think, 29, almost 30. Ohio State has a very young team. 2 seniors and 1 junior. 11 girls on the team. 2 seniors, 1 junior. And the rest freshmen and sophomores. So they're incredibly young. But man, they are very talented. A couple of girls that were really fun to watch that I think have a lot of potential. So our sophomore guard scored like 28 points today or something like that. She scores a lot and you don't even realize it. That's what's kind of wild about her. Hills beat Kansas Friday, so yeah. Orange Ice, Alan Kowicki. Silver Ty Gibbs. Orange Ice, Raja Caruth. Raja. Again, if you're just joining and you're wondering why I'm not stopping to penny sleeve all the parallels, it's because I'm going to do it at the end. Silver BK, just because of the time being kind of late on a Sunday, I'm trying to move things along for everybody as best I can. Hey, there's our first auto. Trackside Action Signatures, Jack Wood. Jack Wood will go to Joey Kroger. Jack Wood. Sneak him right in there. Lane Riggs, Orange Ice. Silver Chris Busher. Austin Dillon. And our second, Christopher Bell, selective swatches. Going to JJ. The girl out at Washington sure looks good. I forget what her name is, but she sure looks good. Brent Cruz. Oh, this is the first one of these I've seen. This is nice. So this is a tie-dye ice. Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. Tandem draft. But that's a tie-dye with the ice treatment. That's tough looking. And 1 of 25. So it's also going to be a door number for Ross. Ross was in the filler. Suarez goes to Jerry Campos. So we'll have to do a filler or do a random at the end between Jerry and who's got Ross in the filler? Jacob Hartwig. So between Jerry and Jacob. That's nice. That's cool looking. Black and white, Andres Perez. $40 out of 149. Jimmy Johnson. Sam Mayer, silver. And Austin Hill. Empty box. Yeah, so I had the chance through the Ohio State Ticket Exchange, I had the chance to update or upgrade our seats today. We're usually about 15 or so rows off the court where we sit for our season seats, but there were courtside tickets available. And so I took the courtside seats and then we sold our regular seats. And it only cost it probably only cost us about $25 to make that exchange and move down to courtside today. So I thought it was worth it. But I'll tell you, and we've sat courtside before a couple of times in different places, but today where we were, I don't think my daughter and I, either one, necessarily enjoyed where we sat. As I joked to my wife, which I don't know if she thought it was all that funny, but she knows I'm just kidding. Probably the only perk of where we sat is I was literally an arm's length away from the Ohio State cheerleaders. But the view just wasn't very good. We were kind of off the court, like past the baseline by about 8 feet. So you're kind of already down past the court. Really tough to see to the other end of the floor. And just, it's just one of those things. It just, I don't know. The people beside us, it was kind of tough to see around them. Not their fault. I don't know. We just didn't love it where we sat. Silver, Ryan Blaney. Orange Ice, Clint Boyer. Swing and a miss today as far as where we sat, but that's okay. We tried it. Didn't love that spot. Now we know. Carson Quapple, 27 of 35 on the Blue Ice and Fuego. Going to Garrett Burkett. Silver, Brandon Jones. Brent Cruz, Orange Ice. And then we're going to go Sparks, William Byron in the Valvoline suit. Sharp-looking fire suit. Going to Justin. Going to Justin. Orange, Jeb Burton. Silver, Tanner Gray. Caden Honeycutt, orange. And Carson Quapple with the Sparks. Right back to Garrett. Garrett's having a nice little break. Couple decent cards right out of the gate here. We got the Orange Ice SVG. Going to be in the 97 next year. Silver, Greg Biffle. Black and white, Sam Mayer. Goes to James Holland. $43 of $149 going to Sam. I have been working pretty diligently trying to get everything packed up from the mail sale. Because I want to get as much as I possibly can shipped tomorrow. Because Tuesday, as most know, is a holiday. Silver, Kyle Larson, as it should be for Veterans Day. You get no argument from me out of that. But I'm just going to try my best to get as much as I can shipped out tomorrow because of that. So... all right, 4 down. Empty box. Taking me longer to try to stack all the packs up unnecessarily because I'm gonna just pick them up and rip them open, so I don't think it makes much difference. Yes, absolutely. Happy Veterans Day early, obviously, to all of our veterans. For all the football fans, this is probably a good time to remind everybody, tomorrow night we've got our Monday Night Football break, and it's kind of a cool one. We're going to try that Gold Rush signed and slabbed break. So, I think it'll be cool. It's 10 cards, but they're all autographed and slabbed. Orange Ice, Bobby Labonte. So, obviously, the spots are going to be a little bit more expensive because we've got 10 guaranteed slabbed autographs. Silver, Dale Jarrett. Orange, Mark Martin. Matt Mills, silver. William Byron. I also like that for the break because it could be retired Hall of Famers, rookies, veterans. It could be anything. It's not dependent on, a certain rookie class to make it, this team is who you want or whatever. Selective swatches, Chris Buescher. Going to David Brinkman. Quapple again. Bubba. Matty D. And the black and white Jamie McMurray goes to Garrett Burkett. Turn 4 breaks make this look... Oh, yeah, I know. And this is me, like, hustling, too. 97/149. J-Mac. Because you know me, I'm normally a much slower breaker than this. But I'm just trying to do my best because I know it's late. I know it's Sunday night. I know a lot of people got to get to bed and get ready for work in the morning and all that jazz. And Austin Dillon from Michael Clay. Justin Allgaier. Silver, Jeremy Clements. David Reagan. And Austin Dillon with the orange. I'm going to turn off my fan or my heater down here. I'm cooking down here. It is a wee bit toasty. All right. All right, empty box. Well, so far, I don't think we've done too bad. We've got 2 golds and an autograph. It would be cool to find like a Tiger Prism or maybe a 101. Who knows? All the NFL teams did a moment of silence. Oh, okay. I have not watched much football other than some of the Steelers game because we were gone most of the afternoon. It was about 4:35 when I got home, and so I got home and sort of got ready to post the card break right away. And then I've been kind of working on card stuff most of the day. Getting stuff organized from the sale, and like I said, trying to get stuff ready to be packed up to ship. Silver, Tony B. David Reagan, orange ice. Silver, Daniel Hemrick. Josh Berry, the orange. And Sparks, Chase Elliott. Oh, that's cool. 2-color fire suit in there. Going to Chris Bonnet on the Chase Elliott spot. Carl Edwards, orange. Silver, Danica. Orange, Custer. And Sparks, Kyle Larson. I believe that's sheet metal. I believe. Larson going to Micah. It's like a weird piece of plastic on the top of that top loader. Spencer Boyd. AJ Allmendinger, silver. And black and white, Kyle Petty. Going to Glenn. $24 out of $149. Andres Perez. Silver McDowell. And Butterbean Queen. Orange. Empty box. How are we feeling today? Are we okay with no racing? Is anybody already having withdrawals? Because I know I did. Even though I had the basketball game today, I still was like, am I missing something? You know, like, something seems off, right? So, good time to check in with everybody and see how we're feeling. How's everybody doing? We got, what, I think a little over 100 days till Daytona. I know Carson Hocevar has been playing with his dirt late model some. And Ty Gibbs was racing a sprint car in Charlotte last week, or this past week. Silver, Richard Petty. Connor Daly, orange. Loves the races. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and for somebody with autism, I'm sure a change in schedule really throws things off a little bit. Sammy Smith. Christopher Bell, ice. And we got Matt Kenseth. Selective Swatches, sheet metal. Kenseth goes to Andy Heisey. I'm going to open some more of these top loads now because I know I need more. It won't be the first time we'll have to open more. Logano, orange ice. Silver Kyle Petty. Logano again. And then we're going to go Sparks, Brandon Jones. 2-color sheet metal. That's going to go to Scott Dixon. The Clash at Bowman Gray. Yeah, that was fun. I liked that. Noah Gragson. SVG silver. Black and white Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now Ricky is in the second group, going to Joey Kroger in the filler. 10 of 149. Then we got orange Corey Day. Connor Mozak, silver. And orange Noah Gragson. Empty box. Number 8. Patrick, I'm seeing all your questions, but I'm trying, in the interest of time, I'm trying to keep moving. It's a gold numbers ice out of 10. And yes, it came out of tonight's break. I won't put, when we're doing a break, I won't put cards up here that typically didn't come out of the break. But it's a gold ice out of 10. I will post a picture of it, though, probably tomorrow morning with any of the other hits from tonight. So you'll get a better look at it with the picture than even seeing it on here. Orange Christian Rose. No, you're fine. Like I said, I'm not trying to ignore. I just, because of how late it is here on the East Coast, I'm just trying to keep things moving. Just trying to keep going. Silver Casey Kane. Justin Bonsignor orange. And then we got Trackside Action Signatures, William Sawalich. That will go to Sea Salt. Second auto, William Sawalich. I'm going to move him for Jack Wood. We're going to swap them. Nice hit, Sea Salt. Bubba Wallace, orange. Ben Rhodes, silver. Ty Gibbs, orange. And Bubba Wallace, selective swatches, fire suit. Bubba goes to Christopher Grissom. And we got BK. Silver Todd Gilliland. There's the black and white. We see about one of these per box, roughly. William Byron, no, not guaranteed, but just roughly. Or one numbered card per box, roughly. Going to Justin Elder, 111 of 149. Chris Buescher, orange. Luke Fenhouse, silver. And Dale Jarrett on the orange ice. So that gets us through 8 blasters. Let me just move some base cards out of the way, kind of regroup a little, and we'll go again. All right. Empty box. Man, that pack did not want to open at all. My goodness. Let me get some more thick penny sleeves because we're going to run out of those here in a moment too. So might as well reload those. All right. Orange Daniel Hemrick. Silver Jimmy Johnson. Orange Danica. I've noticed a bit of an influx recently in interest with Danica. Like, suddenly there's some people realizing that her stuff's fun to collect again, or I don't know. I've just noticed more people trying to get her in breaks and more people buying and selling her stuff. And maybe she's got something going on in her life or career that I'm not aware of that's sparking a little extra interest these days. Jeffrey Earnhardt will go to Joey with the unlisted spot. I mean, I think Danica's market will always be pretty strong for her cards because she's sort of been the pioneer female. Silver Ty Dillon, DW. And then as far as autos are concerned, she's got a really nice autograph. Christopher Bell, sheet metal. Going to JJ. I think that's our third Bell relic. We've seen quite a few. Kevin Harvick. Silver Frankie Muniz. Here's the black and white Tanner Gray. It's going to go to Joey. $136.01.49. Kyle Busch. Silver Kenseth. And Kurt Busch. Orange Ice. Empty box. Sounds like my dog is puking upstairs, so that's fantastic. Maybe it's just a hairball. But knowing my luck, probably not. And knowing my dog, probably not. I will tell you guys, I've been really good so far this year. A week ago, we bought 2 boxes of the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes, and I've only eaten one in over a week. I'm quite proud of myself. because I could easily eat one box in, you know, one, like I look at that as like a serving. So I've done really well with refraining from the Christmas tree cakes. I don't know if anybody else loves them like I do, but man, it's just something about them. Orange Ross Chastain. William Byron Silver. Hocevar Orange Ice. Matty D Silver. Jake Garcia Orange. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Sparks. Oh, that's cool. That sheet metal's neat. Dale Jr. going to Micah. That's pretty nice. Cool piece. Brandon Jones, orange. Silver, Mark Martin. Orange, Denny. And we got another Sparks, Brandon Jones, 2-color, black and green, going to Scott. Tony Breidinger, orange. Alan Kulwicki, silver. And then we got another tandem draft. This is Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Gordon is Gavin Jennings. Jimmy Johnson is Storm Ghost. So another one we will do a random at the end for. We'll probably just do left and right for these. 48 of 49. So another door number for Jimmy Johnson, though. That's pretty crazy that the two tandem drafts are both door numbers for the guys on the right side of the card, too. Interesting. Very interesting. So 2 door numbers. Austin Dillon, black and white, going to Michael Clay. 94 of 149. Got Daniel Hemrick, Carson Quapple, silver, and Tanner Gray, orange ice. I like this box because it's got a minor ding in the top corner. Nothing crazy. Actually, it's even more minor than I thought it was. You can barely even tell it's there. I was getting excited thinking we had a dented box. We really don't. All right, empty, empty. Anybody got the final score on the Steelers game? It was 15-3 last I saw. And Pittsburgh just couldn't do anything on offense at all. Of course, they're having trouble blocking, too, so that's a problem. $25-10. Well, it sounds like somebody at least they made it semi-interesting towards the end then. All right. Autograph. Trackside Action Signatures, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith went unclaimed and ended up in the first filler group, going to Joey. Chandler Smith autograph. We'll swap him out. That's our third auto. Jeff Gordon, orange. I think we got some gold. Silver, Noah. Yeah. Gold, Sam Mayer. Going to James Holland. 7 out of 10 on the Sam Mayer. Nice, Sam. Nice, nice, nice. Swap him out for Harvick. Change it up a little. Our third, Brandon Jones. Selective Swatches. Sheet metal. Going to Scott Dixon. Certainly seems like there are a lot of the same drivers that hit the relics. It seemed that way with the blasters too. Ken Schrader. Orange, Dale Jr. Silver, Christopher Bell. Silver Bell. Connor Zilich, orange ice. Joey Logano, silver. And Frankie Muniz, orange ice. Trackside. We got the black and white Matt Kenseth. Yeah, you'll have a whole quarter panel, no doubt. Kenseth's going to go to Andy Heisey, 103/149. No doubt. Kaz Gralla. Silver, Corey Day. And Anthony Alfredo. I will say, though, in my opinion, I would recommend the mega boxes over the blasters, because we have seen some pretty decent SSPs out of these megas. I mean, we've pulled 3 golds and 3 autos. So I do feel like the mega boxes, you have a little bit better potential. Now, you should have better potential because they're more expensive. But if you're a baller on a little bit of a budget, and you're considering, you know, mega box or blaster box, I would go mega if you can swing it. I think the megas for the money are solid. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. We'll get to that. It might just be a black and white that's horizontal, so I'm not going to get too crazy. But yeah, they certainly seem like they're pretty solid. We've had a couple of other parallel, like we've had a red and a blue, but not, I think, more than maybe one or two. A lot of black and white, though, for sure. All right, here we go. Sheldon Creed with the orange. Silver Ernie Irvan. Casey Kane orange. There's a blue. Yeah, blue Carson Hocevar. We were just talking about other colors. Hocevar is going to go to Justin Elder with the blue numbers. 17 of 35. Silver Lane Riggs, Christian Eckes. And then we're going to go Jake Garcia, Sparks, 2-color sheet metal. Jake is an unlisted driver and goes to Joey. Todd Gilliland. Austin Hill, silver. Ben Rhodes. Then we got William Byron, selective swatches. Byron will go to Justin. Luke Fenhouse. Josh Berry, silver. Yep, black and white. I saw the black and kind of got a little excited, and I thought, no, it could be a black and white horizontal. Christopher Bell. Black and white. Going to JJ. 53 out of 149. On that one. Nick Sanchez, orange. Connor Daly, silver. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with the orange ice. Kind of regroup here real quick. Move some stuff around one more time. I'm going to go ahead and open another box of 160s because we're going to need them. With this many megas left, we're going to need them for sure. Might as well get them out. Get them ready. Bring them out. Bring them out. Empty box. Talk about a dented box. Now that I'm done with that box, it's dented. It's dented for sure now. Auto 4 coming. Probably not in this box. Not based on what I've seen and felt in these packs. Probably not in this box. I don't believe so. but I could be wrong. Silver, Connor Zilic. Chandler Smith, orange ice. Sam Mayer. Nick Sanchez, silver. Orange, Chase Elliott. Silver, Dale Jr. John Hunter Nemechek, orange. David Reagan, selective swatches. That'll go to Joey. I believe that's Tire. Justin Haley, orange. Stenhouse, silver. What do you guys think of the Trackhouse number shuffle where SVG is going to drive 97 and Zilic is going to drive 88 now? Cole Custer, orange. Anybody have any feelings or special feeling a certain kind of way about that at all? Jimmy Johnson, selective swatches, Tire. That's going to go to Storm Ghost. Then we got David Reagan, orange. Black and white, Lane Riggs. Goes to Will Blackman. $126 of $149. And then orange, Richard Petty. SVG drove that, yeah, and I guess I was thinking about, I'm thinking about the 88 too, you know. The 88 obviously was Dale Jr.'s number, and Zilic driving the 88 after having been with Junior Motorsports definitely seems fitting. So, kind of a move that makes sense all the way around for Trackhouse as far as that number shuffle that they've done. Again, I feel like Ross Chastain's sort of the forgotten, kind of the forgotten guy at Trackhouse at this point. Especially if Zilic can come in and do well, you know? I feel like if Zilic does decent in his rookie season, that's going to put a lot of pressure on a few people, including Chastain, but probably more so guys like Ty Gibbs, you know, that have been around a couple years now and haven't found victory lane yet. So, I don't think there's going to be a 99. Todd, that's the 97. That charter is going to be 97, I believe, is what the situation is. Trackhouse is trying to win all the road course races. That's for sure. Tyler Ankrum, orange. We got Denny and Tony B stuck together. Silver DW. Ryan Blaney, orange. Kevin Harvick, silver. Brandon Jones, orange. Christian Eckes. Tanner Gray. And Sparks, Justin Allgaier. That's going to be tire, actually. Going to Will Black. Kyle Larson in the orange. Saw Larson was on Jimmy Fallon the other night. Silver, Kurt Busch. Blue Sensations, Daniel Suarez. That goes to Jerry. $31/35, Suarez. Kyle Busch, race used tire. That's going to go to Dale. J-Mac. And then we got a Spencer Boyd, white and black, black and white. Going to Joey. 52/149. Scott said with how SVG ran at the Ovals back half of the season, they could be secretly dangerous. Yeah. Riley Herbst, orange. Kyle Busch, silver. And Matt Mills, orange. Very curious. Yeah, I heard Dale Jr. talk about it, and I agree with Dale Jr. I think they're going to wait. I think they're going to wait till probably... I don't know. I think they'll wait till at least the beginning of December before they announce the format. And if there's any changes or anything, that have to happen or whatever as a result of that or whatever. I don't think they want to announce it right away because then they're afraid that's going to, take away from this championship that that just finished. Like, they don't want to be like, hey, Kyle Larson's our champion, yay. And then a week later, oh, by the way, we're changing the format because everybody thought the format sucked. And then everybody would look at Larson and be like, well, did your championship, count as much or whatever, which is bull. I disagree with all that stuff. I don't. But I think that's why they're waiting. I personally think they're going to go to that 3-3-4 format. I don't think there's any way in hell they go to a full season points format. I really don't. Because I don't think they want to. I think they want to stick to their guns in saying that the playoff system is still good, or is good, or whatever, and so that they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna jump from a one race championship round to a full season point system. I think they'll go to a 3-3-4 because that's the weird format that's been leaked and talked about. I still don't understand why it's not 3-3-3. Like, why are we going from 1 to 4 when all the other rounds are 3? But here nor there. But that's what I'm expecting is going to happen. Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to look at it, Scott. Everybody knows going into the season what the situation is, what the deal is. Everybody signed up for it, right? So BK selective swatches. Yeah. Yep, I agree with you. I agree. Silver Zane Smith. I personally do like a traditional full season points format as a preference, but I don't know. I don't know. Red and Fuego, Christopher Bell, 19 of 49. We missed the door by 1 for JJ. Mark Martin, silver. Noah Gregson, orange. We got Clint Boyer, selective swatches, fire suit. Going to Joey. We're getting there, guys. We only got 5 left, so we're getting there. Carson Quapple, orange. I've tried to make this as smooth as I could. Orange Corey Day. And Luke Fenhouse, black and white. $18-0 and yeah, exactly. 66 out of 149 for Luke, going to Sea Salt. Carl Edwards. Corey Heim, silver. I've heard it so many times. Corey Heim, orange. I've heard it so many times since the championship that, people were upset that it came down to 2 laps. But that happens in all sports. The World Series was 2 outs away from being a different winner. The Blue Jays were 2 outs away and ended up losing. And, there's so many times in sports and in racing and, whatever you can come up with where it's, golf. Look at how many golf tournaments are decided by by playing an extra hole. You play, you play 72 holes of golf all weekend long, and then it all comes down to, one sudden death hole shootout, style. Yeah, for sure, Scott. That's the way, that's you're looking at it from a rational sports mind standpoint. And I do get it. We in the NASCAR community, we are all very passionate about our teams, the favorite drivers, what we expect to happen, what we don't expect to happen. We're very passionate about what we think is right and wrong. So, yep. I was never a Jimmy Johnson fan. Because I was a Jeff Gordon fan back in the day, and I felt like, Jimmy kind of came in and sort of, I felt like Jimmy stole the remaining few good years that Gordon had Jimmy sort of, you know, took some wins and maybe even championships away from Gordon that he could have had. And that's the wrong way to look at it, you know. So, hindsight now that I'm older and got a little more sense to me. Silver, Chase Elliott, Ty Dillon. Yeah, and again, you know, like with Larson winning, you definitely can't call it a fluke. Larson was one of the best cars all year. I think a lot of people are just hung up on how dominant Denny was for the day and how heartbreaking that was. But again, it happens in motorsports all the time. Dirt track, pavement, you name it. Guys are dominant and then they have a flat tire or they blow an engine or I was at the Eldora Dream when Scott Bloomquist dominated, got put to the tail, came back, won. I was at the Dream when Scott Bloomquist made a last lap pass on Jonathan Davenport to win, only to be light at the scales. So, Zane Smith, selective swatches going to Jacob. There we go, Jacob. So, you know, Connor Daly. Oh, we got a green. Here we go. This is going to be nice. Silver, Chandler Smith. Green, Cole Custer. Green ice, 2 out of 5. Custer goes to Justin Elder. Yeah, the Lucas Oil thing was a... You notice they didn't stick with that long. Yeah, exactly. Run out of gas. I mean, there's just so many things that happen. You can have the best car, but if you don't make it to the end, it doesn't count. I realize it stings, but it doesn't count, you know? Green, Cole Custer going to Justin, 2 of 5. Well, that doesn't suck. So that's our 4th SSP. 3 golds and a green, emerald green. Selective swatches, William Byron. And we're still sitting at 3 autos, I believe. Yeah. Still sitting at 3 autos, though. Byron goes to Justin as well. Caden Honeycutt, silver. Jesse Love, black and white. I'm also not sure what people expect to happen. You know, the ones that say, well, Denny was the best car all day. It's not fair. It's not right. What do they think should be done in that situation? 116 or 149? That would be my next question. Jesse Love going to Will Blackman. You know, like what are you supposed to do? You just throw the caution flag and end the race and say, here's the trophy, Denny. We used to end races under caution. It sucked. And I know Dale Sr. won the Daytona 500 under yellow. I get it. But it's kind of not that exciting to end races with a yellow flag, in my opinion. All right, we're down to the last 4. It's the final countdown. I got to get a drink real quick. Yeah, something like that, Scott. But I agree with you. I mean, it's easy to say, well, the old points format, this is what it would be, but then guys race differently in the old points format too, right? Like everything's different. In the system where all you got to do is win to get in the playoffs, how many times does a guy have a problem and they go behind the wall and they're like, well, we're done for the day? But in the system of every point matters because it's a full season point system, how many more times would there be where, somebody has to go behind the wall, they fix the car, repair it, and they come out and they have to run, 20 laps down for the rest of the race because they need to finish one spot ahead of somebody else, to gain those points. So, I don't know. It could be over with 10 races left. Yep. But people would be as up in arms about that as they were with what we just had. So it's like, what do you want? I think at the end of the day, what everybody can agree on, no matter what your likes or dislikes are, the end of the day, what we can all agree on is we're all racing fans. And I include myself in this. We're all race fans, and we're all very passionate about it. Like, we all have, I'm very strong, opinionated. I'm sure a lot of people are in what they like and don't like, too. But we all want the sport to do well. That's where our common ground is all the same, and that we all want it to be good. Good racing, exciting, whatever it takes to do that, right? That's how do we get it back to more exciting days? I don't know why I sleeved that because I'm talking and I got distracted. Lawless Allen, cracked ice orange. I knew it was going to happen at some point. I wondered how many times I'd do it. I've only done it once. Silver Carl Edwards. I mean, they all go in sleeves eventually, so no harm done, but just funny. Brennan Queen, silver. Daniel Dye, orange. Just like I enjoy road course racing for the strategy and you don't. We all like different. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you shouldn't like it, And that's okay. It's the same thing as most popular driver, I don't have a bad thing to say about Chase Elliott. I'm not a Chase Elliott fan, but I don't have a bad thing to say about him. Ryan Vargas is going to go to Joey, but the fact that I like a certain driver and somebody else doesn't mean that they're right and I'm wrong, or I'm wrong and they're right, or however you want to phrase it. Silver, Ryan Preece. We're working on a rainbow here. Kevin Harvick, red numbers. Cracked ice. Going to Ronnie. That'll go well with the gold. That's 18 out of 49. How do you get back to that without it being dangerous? Maybe you guys are talking about something else. Sheldon Creed, black and white. I'm not sure what's being referenced there with being dangerous. 81 of 149, Sheldon Creed, black and white. what I do know about NASCAR is NASCAR's got to get out of their own way. Silver, Jamie McMurray. One of the things that I saw that they were talking about a lot was the CW. You know, the CW carried all the Xfinity races this year. And they said that the viewership from last year to this year for Xfinity races was up like 10%. And call me old-fashioned, but I contribute that to being on a consistent channel every week where people didn't have to go find it. It wasn't, let's spin the streaming wheel and see where we land this week. You know, is it Amazon? Is it NBC? Is it USA? Is it TNT? Is it, you know? So I personally think some of those types of things are what will help NASCAR get back. Josh Williams going to Joey. And then Alan Kulwicki, orange. But yeah, I think that'll, you know, things like that. And then things like making the weekend racing experience more of an event for fans. I've said it so many times where I've talked about, you know, when you go to the racetrack and all the drivers share merchandise trailers now and everything has to be officially licensed. You don't see, like, I remember back in like the early 2000s, there were so many people that were selling like knockoffs, and which is fine. Whether that should be allowed or not should be allowed, I don't know. But there were so many people selling and vending memorabilia and merch, die-cast, T-shirts, hats, you name it. You could spend all day just walking up and down, looking at all the vendor stuff, you know, outside the campground. And so, I don't know. I hate to say it, because I don't want to be that guy. I actually quite like Lee Diffie. But I feel like there's so many other people that would be better suited for the NASCAR fan base than Lee Diffie. And I mean that in the most respectful way I can say it, I guess. I think he does a fantastic job, and you can tell he cares and he prepares for it. But it doesn't make it work just because, you know, you can appreciate how hard he's working at it. So, Orange Ice Dinger. Silver Riley Herbst. Kurt Busch. Christian Rose Silver. Todd Gilliland. Austin Hill Selective Swatches Fire Suit. It's going to go to Joey. Yeah, I like him too. I'm not saying I don't. I really do like him, honestly. I just, you know, when I step back and look at the big picture and what the traditional NASCAR fan is going to think and say and want and expect, I think that's probably not helping things, unfortunately. David Reagan Selective Swatches Tires. We got to open another 168 point If I can get it out of this shelf. There it is. And, you know, speaking of commentary, the one other thing that really stands out to me that NASCAR's got to find a way to do, they got to figure out a way to keep Dale Earnhardt Jr. involved in the broadcasts. Whether, I don't know what that looks like or how that is achievable, but as long as he's willing, NASCAR's got to figure out a way to keep Dale Jr. involved. Because Dale Jr., to me, is like the link to the past. You know, everybody talks about, well, I used to be a Dale Earnhardt fan or a Jeff Gordon fan, or, you know. And Dale Jr. is sort of that last remaining link to that era. And they really need him to be, they got to figure out a way to keep him involved. Silver, Clint Boyer. They could do a junior cast, like the Manning cast, but they could do a junior cast from Dirty Mo Media Studio. That'd be cool. Justin Haley. Black and white. 101 of 149. Going to Joey. Alfredo Orange Ice. Justin Bonsignor Silver. And Swervin' Irvin, Ernie Irvin. Last two mega boxes coming up. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Junior's knowledge is just second to none. You know, he studies and has paid attention to the history as if he's, you know, studying for a test or taking some, you know, exam down the road. So... Oh, I got a rip in my glove finally. It's been a while since I've ripped a glove. We'll see if we can nurse it all the way home. We only got 2 boxes left. This is how many mega boxes it takes to ruin your glove. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The radio guys are phenomenal. If you listen to that MRN broadcast with some of those guys, man, they're good. 100%. Yeah, I'm going to try to get her. I'm going to try to limp it home. Exactly. Connor Mozak, Orange Ice. Silver Raja. Ross Chastain. Justin Allgaier, Silver. Hocevar. 6 out of 10. Haley Deegan. Gonna go to Dalton with the Gold Ice Selective Swatches. Deegan. Showing up. Deegs showing up. Get to mag for that one. Very nice. Haley Deegan going to Dalton. Congrats, Dalton. And that is our 4th gold and 5th total SSP. SVG orange. Had a code card there that was hanging out there. Silver Austin Dillon. Jake Garcia. Another David Reagan Selective Swatches tire. That's probably the only real downside I see to these megas is you're going to see a lot of the same drivers as far as relics are concerned. Obviously. Denny Orange Ice. Corey Heim Silver. Heim time. AJ Allmendinger Black and White. I can't help but think of Kevin when I see AJ Allmendinger. $40 out of $149. AJ will go to Joey. And we got Tony Breidinger. Silver Almirola and Austin Beers. And last mega box. See, I kind of wish... I know why they do these, like certain colors are exclusive to this box. It's to get people to buy them. That's the reason why they do that. Because if you could get everything in any of the boxes, then why would you buy certain types of boxes over others? I guess because you're still chasing whatever is out there that you're chasing, but I'm more of the camp that I'd like to see more variety spread out through all the, like for Select, I'd like to see all the parallels available in all the products. Blasters, Megas. Maybe have one that's an exclusive, and that's it. But all the others, make it so you can get all the others in any of the boxes. People are still going to open them because they're still chasing certain cards and certain rainbows and I don't know. And not everybody can afford, just like I said before, not everybody can afford hobby boxes, so maybe they go to Megas, or maybe you can't afford Megas, so you buy Blasters. It'd be cool to know that you have a chance to pull, a gold vinyl out of a blaster just as much as you do out of a hobby box or whatever. I guess the odds probably wouldn't be the same because you're going to produce more blasters than any box. You'd make more blasters, then Megas, and then hobby would be less than all of them, but still, you guys know what I mean. But nobody called. Nobody called. Nobody asked. Need more bra and panties. That's an interesting one there, Todd. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if... I guess Todd wants Frankie Muniz panties. Maybe you know something about Frankie that I don't know. Silver Cole Custer. Josh Berry. I mean, we do know he's an actor, so... Silver Spencer Boyd. Ken Schrader. And we're going to go Parker Chase with the Sparks fire suit. Going to Joey. Joey's done quite well with his bounty of filler drivers. Andres Perez, silver. Ryan Preece, orange. Justin Allgaier, Sparks, tire. As we're kind of coming to the end here, I just want to say thanks to everybody again. Like I said, appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody understanding, being flexible with me, with posting at a little different times, especially out of race season. Allgaier will go to Will Black. But again, next break will be tomorrow night with the signed and slabbed football. 10 slabbed autographs tomorrow night. It's going to feel a little bit more expensive, but definitely more substance in my opinion. Even though it's only 10 cards, the value is going to be better. So, David Reagan, black and white. $52 out of 149. And then I'm sure on Tuesday we'll get back to our normal Tuesday break. I don't know what we'll break on Tuesday, but I'll get it figured out between now and tomorrow. Silver, Tyler Ankrum. And Jimmy Johnson. So let me move some stuff around real quick. I don't feel like it's necessary to run through a recap of all those relics, so I'm not going to. But I will recap the short print, the short prints and the autos real quick for everybody, and then we'll do a duel for a couple of tandem draft cards. Let me get rid of these gloves. The hole in my thumbs bother me now. Get rid of those bad boys. So our autos were William Sawalich and Jack Wood. We only got 3 autos out of 20 mega boxes. So just kind of keep that in your memory bank. Chandler Smith. 3 autos, but we did get 5 short prints. So if you add those together, 3 and 5 is 8. So, about 1 in every 2.5. On average, 1 in every 2.5 megas, you're getting something pretty decent. So we got the Sam Mayer, Dale Jarrett, Kevin Harvick, all golds. Same thing with Haley, gold, selective swatches though, not a base card, but an actual relic out of 10. And then the shortest print of the night, Cole Custer with the emerald green ice out of 5. And then the last thing we got to do is a random for our 2 tandem drafts. Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. That's a door number for Ross, 1 of 25. And then we got the red, Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, which is a door number 48 of 49 for Jimmy. So, crazy enough, 2 door numbers. I'm going to do 1 random, and it's just going to be left or right. Left would be Jeff Gordon and Daniel Suarez. Right will be Ross and Jimmy. And that's how we're going to decide it. Just 1 random, left or right, between those. So, hey, thank you, Garrett. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody. As you're on your way out, most people are probably getting ready to go to bed or already in bed or whatever. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. The support for sure. Hope you guys have a good one. Have a good Monday. We're supposed to get a little snow tonight. It's not going to stick because it's been too warm, but we're supposed to get a little snow tonight. All right, so I got that punched in here on the random machine, left and right, 5 times, and that's how we're going to decide both of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those will go to the left side drivers. So they're going to go to Jeff Gordon and Daniel Suarez. Jeff Gordon going to Gavin, Daniel Suarez going to Jerry Campos. So that's how we'll decide that for those 2. Left side drivers. on those. So congrats to you guys. And again, I appreciate everybody's support, everybody hanging out tonight. I know it's late, but I was glad to get this one in and done because I really wanted to get some stuff shipped out and do as much as I can, knowing that we got the holiday on Tuesday for Veterans Day. So everybody have a great night, and we will see you all next time.